mentality now, hostile environment, and their pushback and what they're going to come out. How you face that today?
Yeah, I mean they're a team that's won whatever. I think it's 10 straight playoff series, so they know how to win hockey games, and they've done it for a long time for a reason. It's a really good team over there, and we know that each game's going to get tougher and tougher. So I think we have a pretty good mindset in the dressing room, and we understand what's ahead of us, and we've taken everything in stride like we have the entire playoffs, and I expect a good effort from our team, and I think everyone's just excited to get this thing going.
Art, front left.
Ryan, Reaves, you guys seem to have been able to handle the ups and downs of being on the road kind of a little bit better as the playoffs have gone along. Do you feel like that's been the case and that'll help you going into this one today?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, when you're not at home, obviously things are a little different. You're not in your bed, you're not in your regular routine, not eating the same meal, but it's just playoffs, and they got to deal with it when they come to our barn. So I think throughout the playoffs we've gotten better on the road. I thought even game 1 in Carolina we were a really good team there. Didn't get the win, and then obviously we closed out in game 7, which was big for us. A couple big wins in Pittsburgh. So it's important to keep building on the road as the playoffs progress here.
Go to the left to Dan.
I'd like to ask each Ryan about another Ryan, Ryan Lindgren, and if I could get both of your thoughts on it. Just what kind of energy does that give you energy when you see a guy like Lindgren go out, come back, battle the way he has throughout really this entire playoff run? What does that do for the rest of the team to see a guy like that doing what he is doing in Valley Crew?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's a great example of obviously a very high character and what it takes to win. I think there's a lot of guys that in our dressing room that are pretty selfless right now and do anything they can for the team, and he's a great example, like I said. So I think when he's on the ice, you see the difference he makes in his poise and his willingness to block shots or take a hit or defend well. And I think underrated his offensive game a little bit. He makes great passes, and he's got pretty underrated instincts. So he's an important player for us, and obviously he's such a warrior and a battler, which everyone is aware of. And I think it's infectious on our team to have guys like that. I mean, to have guys blocking shots and going down and being fearless is what it's all about. And he exemplifies that. And he plays every game like it's his last. And I'm sure these playoffs are right up his alley for the games he likes. And he's done it all year.
That was well said. It was well said. No problem.
Ryan Strome. A couple of the guys have brought up Jacob Trouba from a leadership perspective in the playoffs. So I know you've been here the whole time since he got here. Could you talk about how you've seen him evolve in that role?
Yeah, I think he's definitely evolved, but I think he stays true to himself, and I think that's the biggest thing about him. I think he's got a real strong values and what he believes is the right way to do things, and he goes about that every day. And I think that's what makes a good leader. I don't think he changes his approach based on anything that happens. And some of the stuff away from the rink that he's stepped up and done for our team, it's not the easiest job to do, and he's done it, and he's taken it all in stride. And he's got a great voice that everyone listens to. So, we've got a lot of great leaders. I think that's one of the underrated things about our team, and he definitely stands out amongst that group. And, I can't really say enough about him. I think he's been so good for us, and everyone sees the stuff on the ice, like I said, but some things away from the rink and in the dressing room are been really big for our group, in my opinion. And he's a great person and leads by example, and a great role model for not just the young guys, but for everybody, the way he prepares himself and brings it every day.
Just to follow, would you mind? Is there anything you could share that he's done away from the rink that would be
just little things? I mean, it's not anything that noteworthy. I think just making sure whatever it is, like the schedule's in place or little things like that sometimes are when you're playing so much, those aren't the greatest things to deal with away from the rink, but he's always seems to be taking care of everybody and making sure things are aligned and what we need or what we want differently done. And he's kind of the voice to the coaches, it seems, a lot of the time, and Revo as well. And those are things that little things that go a long way, and not necessarily the easiest job to do, but he's done a great job of it. And like I said, he's a great leader, and he's one of many guys we have, and just a really good role model for everyone.
Ryan Reaves, playing with a series lead is not something you guys have done much of this season. Is there a key to that, or is there a mentality shift that you guys have to have here?
No, I don't think we switched our mentality. I think we haven't played with the lead at all this year, this season or in the playoffs. But I think we got to go into it the same way. It's every game is just as important as the last. Win or lose, you got to bounce back. It's got to be your hardest game, most physical game, most direct game. You don't want to give a team like this any breathing room. You gotta bury them when you can. This is an important game for us. We know the talent they got over there, what they've done in the playoffs. It's not by mistake. They haven't won back-to-back by mistake. So, the mentality is we gotta, we have to win this game. We gotta create some separation because we know what they can do.
Ryan Reaves, I was curious if you saw the Evander Kane hit last night on Nazem Kadri, and if you had any take on that, if so.
Oh, you're gonna get me in trouble. I did see it, yeah. It's obviously from behind. Legal deal with it. I'm gonna stay away from that one. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, Ryan Reaves, obviously you've been on a couple of longer playoff runs with Turk. I was wondering, either in 2018 or this year, anything you could relate as to how he allows your room to breathe and what kind of confidence that allows to grow in the room when he handles you that way?
Well, I think that's just his coaching style, and it happens all year. I think he's a guy that lets players be themselves. Sometimes you see coaches kind of try and change a guy into something they're not. He doesn't try and do that. He's big on letting you make a mistake, you can go out there and make up for that mistake. He's not gonna. He might scream at you once in a while, but once he screams at you, he's done with it, and he knows you're gonna go out and be better. So I think that just allows, especially the younger players, when they're not getting harped on every time they make a mistake, it allows them to grow a little bit quicker. I think you see some of our younger guys, the confidence they've built over the last year, over the last couple of months into the playoffs. Guys have stepped up. The kid line has been unbelievable, and I think a lot has to do with just his coaching style.
Last question to Larry in the back left.
Well, I was actually going to ask about the coach. Have you seen Ryan Reaves, him evolve over the years, or is this the same guy who coached you in Vegas in the playoffs?
We used to be man on man, now we're not, so that's about it.